And so into that story environment, I thought I'd create characters, right? And I thought to myself, there might be somebody that lives in this world in London about 30 years from now, and his name's Jonah, and here's where he lives. He lives up here, right up there. He lives on the top floor of a shuttered London bus. All the London buses have been shoved into the park, so instead of Hyde Park or Clapham Common, they're just filled with unused buses, right? And they've been turned into flats, right? That's weird, right? So that's where he lives, and he's grown up his whole life. He's about our age, right? And he's grown up his whole life thinking that actually what's virtual, he basically goes to school in Minecraft, right? Can you imagine that? So instead of coming here to school physically, he does it all online. He does everything online. You've got a question.
What if it's like he thinks the bus is kind of what he thinks to him is like a caravan to him, and he lives in it like he is peaceful home.
Yeah, it's his flat. That's exactly right. I mean, he lives on the top floor of the bus. It's his flat. You know, they don't have a normal house. They live on the top floor of a bus, as millions and millions of people in this future London that I've created actually do, right? And he's grown up always believing something, which is what's online is more important than the real world. So he spends his whole day basically plugged in to effectively a combination of Grand Theft Auto and Minecraft, where he does everything, okay? He goes to school, he sees his friends, right? That's what he does, and that's what he thinks is great. And then on the opposite side of that is somebody who actually starts off as his enemy, eventually becomes his best friend, a young woman who's 17 called Samantha Kavanagh. And Sam Kavanagh believes the opposite. She believes actually it's important to be in the real world, but even more importantly than that the internet should be free and open, that it shouldn't be controlled by any one entity. Remember I said this conceit, right? This premise that whoever controls the web might control the world. So she believes actually it shouldn't be controlled by any one person or any one company. And the two of them start off as enemies, right? They start off as enemies, but over the course of the books become best friends. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to save the internet to keep it free and open for everybody. And each book tells a slightly different story, and each book is a totally different theme as well. I mean, the first book is effectively an adventure story, right? It's about them meeting in London and trying to get from London to Australia in a world where it's difficult to travel to try and save a group of people that have uploaded their consciousness to the internet. They're sort of living forever online, if you will, and they're called the Uploaded. And this group of people, it also includes Jonah's grandmother. Okay? And he tries to make sure that she stays safe. And they yearn to become alive again. And so in the second book, it's kind of like a digital zombie book. These people that are trying to yearn to be alive again. And they find a way to prey on your bodies. They basically find a way to come off the internet down into our living bodies and walk around a bit like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And they have a big battle between the living and these Uploaded. That's called the Battle of the Immortal. And then against all of this, Jonah and Sam find themselves basically just trying to survive. So the fourth book is a survival book. It's actually all set in Canada. It's set in northern Canada, and it traces a trip that I took when I was about your age, actually, from Alberta into British Columbia through the Rocky Mountains. Now, of course, when I was doing it, I was on a really nice train, and nobody was trying to kill me, and the train didn't blow up. It's a little bit different for Jonah and Samantha.